So I got an email from Mark this morning saying that he has bought Uncharted 4, and I am friggin' excited, man. It's been 4.5 years since Uncharted 3, and every time they had a release date for it, they kept putting it back a month, 3 months, 6 months, and I just never thought it was going to come out. But it's here, and I only have to wait another hour and a half before I get to play it. Have you got it? Very funny.
I know I left my phone outside.
Don't you fucking dare. Yeah, get in. It's taking its time to bloody load. Press any button.
This is the graphics. Look at it. In Uncharted 4.
All jokes aside, although that is actually in the game, these are the actual graphics. That's very pretty. Okay, that may not be the best indication of the graphics because I did, after all, just film the television with my phone, but you get the gist. It's pretty beautiful. I will say, though, I was expecting it to be a little bit better. For PlayStation 4 in particular, because of the processing power increase, I really thought a lot of the distance shots would be a lot more highly rendered. And I don't think it has anything to do with the design or the lighting, because that is beautiful and impeccable and incredibly well done. And everybody should be congratulated who worked on this game. It really is excellent and fun to play. It really is fun. And I even cried while playing it. And there aren't many films that even make me do that, let alone video games. So it's definitely up there as one of the better games I've ever played. There were some moments I found particularly entertaining, like being able to dress up in scuba gear and go through the scenes inexplicably walking around like this.
Something doesn't seem right about that guy. Can't put my finger on it. Yeah, nothing to see here. Just dressed in my scuba gear, coming through. Totally normal behaviour. Doo-doo-doo.
Buonasera. Ma che sta facendo?
It's the little things. It really is, though. I mean, there were such lovely small little touches here and there that most games should be aspiring to. There was a moment where a little turtle scurried away in a cave. There was the moment where the humpback whale breaches in Scotland. And just, it really is those fine little details. It's those little moments that they literally didn't have to put in there. And they're the ones that get me excited in games, where when something happens and if you feel like it was put there just for you. It's really clever, really good game making, and I hope more people pay attention and do that in the future. And those action sequences were absolutely thrilling.
Let's not get stuck here. Don't panic! Don't panic! I am very much panicking here. The cable's gonna snap! Dave! Hit the gas! Pull us up! I got you! Hold on tight, kid! I got you!
The acting and the animation was great. The action sequences, that was just a mild one, by the way. I mean, there's some proper full-on hardcore action sequences there where you're jumping from cars, being chased by tanks shooting at you. It's a really good, fun game. Anyone who's played the series before will know exactly what to expect and won't be disappointed. And of course, I have to include the obligatory glitch shot. Zen! It's a great game, and I'm really upset that it's the last in the series. Now, last weekend, Mark and I were a little bit bored, so we decided to go for a drive in the country. And we headed up towards the Sunshine Coast inland through the Glasshouse Mountains region.
Expect excruciatingly long delays. Tedious. Okay, bored now.
Come on.
Look at all those busy workers. Come for a relaxing drive in the country, he said. Woohoo, look how many cars there are. Holy shit. Wow, traffic jam in Wamaran. They do the best burgers there. Some random Target in Biawar. I just got 5 t-shirts, a pair of shorts and a pair of tracksuit pants for $49.50. Woohoo!
Only in Biawar.
Zen! You trying to beat the train or
It's telling me I can connect to the free Wi-Fi. Look at these pineapples, man. I wish you could smell them. They are incredible. They're the best ones up there. Sunshine Coast pineapples, friggin' amazing. Nice down on the side of the core. I love this. Yum. Speaking of yum, check out this dragon fruit haul, and we've added a few more things to the garden, like these lovely solar-powered lanterns, and these Cortan steel planters, which are rusting up nicely. Okay, so I was listening to some music just before, and I had it sort of relatively loud, I suppose, no louder than most people would play music in the kitchen in the morning or something, but it just reminded me that my neighbours recently a complaint about our volume of our music. We had some friends over on a Saturday night, and it was about 7:30, and I put the speaker outside and turned it on, and I didn't think it was that loud. I mean, we could still talk over it. We were still having conversations. So for me, that's a pretty good indication of whether or not music is too loud. But basically, we heard through the fence, guys, can you turn that down, please? I mean, if I'm being honest, my first instinct was, fuck you, this is my house, how dare you? So once that had gone, once I'd calmed down and thought about it logically, they have a point. Yes, it's very heavy bass music, and I think with the design of our houses, they're all very close together and our living areas are close together, so I understand that it probably is quite loud in their house, but at the same time, it's like, this is my house. Like, I can't stop listening to music just because my neighbours don't want me to, surely. So I'm not sure if it's a taste in music thing. I mean, it's a little less of the Billy Joel and a little more of the, you know, harder sort of dance stuff. But I don't want to upset them, and I don't want them to be having a shitty day because of my music. But at the same time, I think, what's the cutoff point at which you sort of complain? For me personally, it's kind of after 10:30 at night. During the weekday, during the day, I just couldn't give a shit, to be honest. Dogs barking, kids running around screaming. It may be annoying, but that's what you kind of sign up for when you come and live in the suburbs, in a very highly densely populated suburb like we're in. I mean, it's literally only probably a few meters between houses, really. So it's kind of an inevitability, I think, if you move somewhere like here, that you're going to have to put up with other people's noises, and maybe you know, you just kind of have to do that. There have been plenty of times when I've been in the back garden and I've been like, oh, cigarette smoke, lots of it. And then it's like, well, hey, it's someone smoking in their garden, so fucking what? Or there'll be a dinner party at the back and they'll be in their garden and talking loudly and the kids will be running around and the dog will be barking. And I'm like, yeah, but they're having fun and it's a friggin' weekend. Like, calm down. Like, I don't know, at what point do you start becoming a defensive busybody when you start complaining about music? I'm genuinely interested, because for me it's never been an issue, and certainly in the UK when I was living in Bristol, fuck, some of the parties we had, holy shit. I'm surprised that you know, the friggin' police, I'm surprised the bloody SAS weren't called for some of those parties. Do you know what? We never had one complaint, and I mean, we set off fireworks at one of them. So do you think it's just that maybe people in the suburbs are more uptight? Do you think maybe people feel more protective of their right to silence in populated areas? I mean, what's the deal? I really am interested, so let me know.